In this video, let's start with DataRaptor Extract. This is recap of previous videos that you can go through it. What is DataRaptor Extract? As we know, DataRaptors are nothing but equivalent to SOQL or DML. To fetch some data, we use DataRaptor Turbo Extract or Extract. In the previous videos, we have seen DataRaptor Turbo Extract is used to fetch data from single Salesforce object. But here, if you want to fetch data from multiple Salesforce objects which are related or indirectly related, we can use DataRaptor Extract. Also, in this DataRaptor, we do have one specific tab for the formula section. Let's understand this with one use case. Show all contacts under one account. It means we have been given one account name and we need to show all the contacts under that one account. Let me show you this in org. Create one DataRaptor Extract, fetch contacts, interface type will be extract. In DataRaptor Extract, we do have some tabs here. Like in Turbo Extract, we have only extract options preview. Here also extract options and preview, but two new tabs are added here, formulas and output. Let's explore this one by one. What we want to achieve now, we need to fetch all the contacts. So in the extract tab, write here contact, as we need to fetch all the contact details. So contact object, extract output path. What should be variable name? Contact list. What's the filter? Under one account means account name will be given us. So account ID, remove ID, type dot name. What should be account name? That will be given us in one of the variable account name where. From where we will get the value of this account name where? It will be from another components. To test this DRE, we can add in the preview section in the input parameters. You can test it like this. Same variable name, account name where, which we have given in the extract tab. Give some value of the account here and accordingly you can test it. Click on execute, but you will not be able to see any output. Query is run. We do have results found 5, but we are not able to see any output here. Why? Because we have extracted all the contact details. We have provided the input variable name, but what kind of information or which field we need to show, that we have not provided. That we can give in the output section. In the output tab, you can give here, for example, I want to show the contact name. So contact list colon name. Contact list is a variable that we have given in the extract tab. This is a contact list. So what we need to show here? We need to show the name. So select again contact list colon name, contact name. Now you should be able to see some output here. We are able to see some contact names. If you want to provide some other field, you can type here contact email. This should be a field from the Salesforce object. In the output JSON path, whatever the field name you want to give, that you can give it. Like I am giving here contact email. This is as per our requirement or what field name we are going to use in other component. Accordingly, we can give here the output JSON path. Contact name, contact email. Likewise, you can fetch some other information of the contact object for one account. If you want to give some other account name, that also you can give here and you can test this DR. Let's see one more use case. Show all contacts and all opportunities of one account. Previously, we are showing only the contacts. Now we need to show all the opportunities of one account. Now go to the extract tab. Here we have already fetching details of the contact object. Now we need to show or we need to fetch some more details of the opportunity object. So you can click here add extract step. The way we selected here the contact object, similarly select here opportunity object. Extract output path, something like this, opportunity list. What should be filter? Of one account. So account name will be given us. So filter should be the same. account.name. Same variable we can use here. So one account name will be provided here. For that one account you are fetching contacts as well as opportunities. Go to the preview, execute. Contact, you are able to see only contacts. What's the reason you are not able to see opportunities? We are fetching from the opportunity object. We are giving the input variable name as well in the preview. Then also we are not able to see because in the output tab we have not mentioned what kind of information of opportunity object we need to show. So click on this plus button, type here name, opportunity name. So if you scroll down you should be able to see this opportunity list colon name. Here you can show like this opportunity name. Now you can test here. Contact details are coming plus opportunity name is also coming. This way you can show the information. If you want to show some more information like opportunity stage name, that you can show here. Preview. Now you are able to see this information: opportunity stage name, contact email, opportunity name. Like this you can show the information. If you observe here one thing, in the last record something is missing. What is missing? You are not able to see the contact email. In other records you are able to see contact email. What's the reason of this? The reason is for this specific contact no email is provided. That's why we are not able to see contact email for this record. In this case, if you want to track such kind of miss, then you can mention in the contact email or in the specific field. There is one feature of default value. If no value is coming from the Salesforce object or backend, we can provide here some default value like, you can say here no email is provided or no email is entered. You can give some message here so that it will be shown here. Now you can observe in the last record. See, contact email, no email is provided. So such kind of things can be tracked. And if you learn the integration procedure, in the integration procedure you can use the filter function and you can track if any data is missing. Now this is the answer, or this is DataRaptor for the use case we have been given. Here you can play in the JSON nodes as well. For example, we are getting these nodes or these records combined, means in one record we are getting opportunity details as well as the contact details. If you want to separate it out, for example, I want one node for the opportunity and I want one node for the contacts, then how can we do this? Go to the output tab. Here we have given the contact email. If you give node here, it means what? Contact is the one node and email is the field name under the contact node. If I give the same for the name as well, contact colon name. Same we can give for the opportunity as well, opportunity colon name. Now you can observe the output in the previous section. This is the previous one. Now see, for this account ACME we are getting contact is one of the node. Under this contact we are getting some contacts like 1 2 3 4 5. If we click here, so all the contacts are here. Under the same account we are getting the opportunity. There is only one opportunity, so that opportunity is coming here. If you want, you can check for another account, like, let me show you here. For this another account we are getting the two contacts. These are the two contacts for this account. Then opportunities are there, 1 2 3 4 4 opportunities are there for this one account. So this way you can play among these JSON nodes. In the output tab you can give the JSON name accordingly and you will be able to see the output in the preview section. This way you can explore the DataRaptor Extract. These are some basic interview questions that you can try. Feel free to comment your answer. In the next video, we will see few more use cases on DataRaptor Extract, and we will try to explore the formula section of the DataRaptor Extract. Thank you for watching.